A lot of the things that I teach you guys are pretty common knowledge. They are probably things that you've already learned in Sunday class or in school. And the reason why I keep making these videos, even though I would say that they are common sense, is because a lot of the times we know what to do, but we need to hear it again. We need our thoughts validated once more by someone so that we can actually act on them. Although I understand that a lot of times you don't actually act on it. You will hear all of these self-help videos, but you don't do anything about it. You try it maybe for a week and then you're gone. You're really not gonna change if that is the case. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jusian. In all honesty, I've filmed this video 3 times and I'm kind of tired now. The last time was in slow motion and I didn't know it was in slow motion, so yeah, that was my bad. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about how to have a happy life and attract positive energy. Now, a lot of things I would say here are very common knowledge, but maybe you might need to hear it again because a lot of the times I've read a lot of self-help books and self-help videos that I'm just like, oh, that's common knowledge. I already know that. And then I think that I'm above self-help books. And then I realized that I needed these kinds of books because I needed these books to tell me once again my priorities and how I should think and how I can get myself together, because a lot of times we already know what to do. We just sometimes forget it or we just need to hear it again. Before we start, I just want a disclaimer that this is not a substitute if you have depression, anxiety, or PTSD, because I have PTSD and depression, and I know for a fact that I do these things and they kind of make me feel better in certain areas of life, but it doesn't truly fix my trauma. So this is not a substitute for professional help, so I just want you to keep that in mind when you listen to these. So number one thing that you can do is something that you've already heard multiple times before, and that is gratefulness. Now, a lot of people already probably make a list of the things that they're grateful for because they've heard about gratefulness a lot, but do you actually feel the gratefulness in you? Like, do you actually feel grateful, or are you just like doing it as a routine? Now, for me, I become more grateful by it's simply my hand. If I think about not having my hand anymore, it's just like, that's crazy. Like, imagine you wake up one day and you don't have a hand anymore, or you can't see on your left eye, or like your whole eye. Doesn't that make you feel like, whoa, I am so grateful right now that I can see. Like, I'm so grateful right now that I can use this hand to touch everything and like help me. A lot of the times we take things for granted. We take things like our family, the roof above our heads, and we forget how important it is for us to understand that we are blessed. We are blessed with a lot of things. There are probably a lot of other people who are more blessed than us, but there are also a lot of other people who are less fortunate than us. And I'm gonna connect my first point to my second point, which is generosity. Give back to your community. I had this experience when I was a teenager, and it was the first time we rode through Manila where the cargo ships were, and it was just like a whole street. I don't even think it was just a street. It was like maybe 2 streets of just the slums of the Philippines. Seeing that these people are in these circumstances, I wanted to be grateful for what I've been given, like the fact that I have a house and that we are in a middle class family. But it also made me feel like gratefulness cannot fix this. I want to give back to my community, and that is when I decided that I just want to be a generous person, help my family, help people who are in need. And this actually helped me a lot because I also believe in good karma, and I've been proven that good karma exists. When I started giving back to my community, I noticed that things tend to go back to me. God or the universe will give it back to me and show me that, hey, you're doing good by sharing with other people your blessings. Like, here's more blessings for you, and share it to the world. And seeing that, it just makes me so much more happier to give. Like, it made me happy to give already, but that also kind of just ignited me more. Which leads again to my third point, which is do unto others what you want others to do to you. This is my favorite Bible quote. Some people told me that this is not from the Bible, but I'm pretty sure the one Confucius said was, don't do unto others what you don't want others to do to you. I'm not a religious person, but when I was a Christian, I actually really believed in this. This was my favorite quote because it just signifies empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes, and if you're going to hurt someone, think of it as you're hurting yourself. And it reminds me of the egg theory that I watched on YouTube a while back, how we're all connected, like we are all one being. Whoever it is that ever lived in history and whoever will live in the future is us. We are all one. So when you hurt someone, you hurt yourself. When you give to someone, you give to yourself. It's a good philosophy or principle to have, that you act on others as if they are your own, that they are you. Next is connecting to your spirituality. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are atheists, but for me, I can never honestly accept atheism in my life because there's just so many injustices in the world. And even if it's not true and that I'm just being optimistic that there's a God who believes in justice at the end, I just feel like atheism is a sad way to think. I understand atheism, like you could still be a good person without religious beliefs, but for me, it's more about the afterlife. Like there are a lot of injustices in this world that was never taken care of. Like for example, like a lot of people in genocide right now who are unfairly mistreated, unfairly murdered and martyred just to believe that they will never have the justice that they deserve in the afterlife. It's just a sad way to think for me. But of course, I'm still an open-minded individual. So if you're an atheist and you think I'm going about this all wrong, like at least share in the comments, like I'm an open-minded person. I would love to learn. Like connecting with spirituality, just believing that there's a God or someone out there that just believes in you, that is controlling the things that you have no control over. Like for example, I've been reading about stoicism recently. It talks about like the things that you can do and release the ones that you cannot do anything about. And I believe like being a spiritual person, you have to adapt stoicism philosophy. So I've been reading this every day. This is actually a really great book. Next is being initiative. I made a whole video about initiative, which is the video before this one. This is very important because you have to take advantage of what is in front of you. Now, sometimes there is nothing in front of you, so you have to go and look for it. Your dreams will not come to you, and if you sit by, you will never achieve any of your goals, any of your dreams, and you will just be more sad about seeing other people succeed in life and you're just there like, oh my god, they're so successful. I'm not. Well, why would you be successful? You're not doing anything. So initiative is very important. The next point is connected to initiative, which is courage. A lot of the times we are afraid to take the leap. We are afraid to take advantage of our dreams. We are too afraid to take that opportunity that is right in front of us because we were raised, at least in my country, people want you to be humble about life and they would rather that you not talk about yourself a lot. So we tend to be insecure about ourselves. We have low self-esteem, which makes us think that our dreams is out of our league. Greatness is scary. It's pathetic to see how from being scared, our dreams will just go away. What was in between you and your dreams? It was your fear. You don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to have that kind of regret that you didn't even try. Next is resilience. In being successful, you need to understand that you will fail a lot. Those people that you see that are successful, even the ones that are too young to be successful, they've gone through a lot of A/B testing. I saw this comment recently on my video that was like kind of pushing people to be more ambitious and all that, and there was this comment, it was like, not everyone's gonna be successful, like a lot of people will fail, blah blah blah. And I looked into her profile and she was like in her 20s. Like I would understand someone being cynical at maybe 40, but like you're in your 20s, like of course you're gonna fail a lot. Don't expect that you will be the most successful person in the entire world at 20. If you're gonna do something, expect the failure. Now it becomes a problem when you keep on failing because you keep doing the same things. When you fail, you learn something from it and you do something different the next time you try. Because failure is what makes you. You cannot learn all of these things if you're not gonna fail. Like recently, I got laid off from my job. While they were telling me that they were gonna lay me off, in my head, I kept repeating, a rejection is a redirection. A rejection is a redirection. And it just made me be more courageous and go after other opportunities because failure is just inevitable. Next is self-care. Now this is very important because a lot of times we work hard, we work smart, but we don't take care of our bodies. We don't eat well, we do not take care of our skin, we do not exercise, and this body will forever be with us. It's something that we should hug all the time. This is forever. Like how would you expect that another person will care about you, like take care of you, when this body that is working overtime, this body that is is working 24/7, pumping blood, producing cells. You do not even care about it. This body is taking care of you, but you don't take care of it. This skin, this body is forever. Next is understanding oneself. I've been able to avoid some issues because of being self-aware. Like recently, I got a little annoyed at my friends because they were very slow and I was very impatient because we were supposed to go somewhere and they kept doing something, going back, and I was just like so impatient. They can tell that I was getting annoyed, but I could also tell that they were getting annoyed at me. They were like, "Hey Julian, we know you're getting annoyed." I said, "Yeah, I'm annoyed, but it's surface level of annoyance. It's not a big deal. Like it's not gonna be something that is like a huge thing that we're gonna fight about. Like I'm annoyed at the moment, but it's gonna go away in maybe a few hours when we're done with this situation." You know, that level of self-awareness should be common with everyone, to understand that when you react a certain way, it's just at the moment. It's not something that is going to be for a long time. You don't have to hold on to your pride about your anger. You just have to accept that, hey, I'm angry right now, but I don't have to be angry forever. So those are the things that I believe will help you have a happy life and attract positive energy. It's basically just about finding the balance, you know, between helping yourself and helping other people. When you're always just focused on helping others, you tend to forget yourself. Or when you are so focused on helping yourself, you forget others. I don't believe that you always have to be selfish or you always have to give to other people. You just need to find a balance. That's why I'm a Libra. What are you gonna do? On the internet, a lot of times you're gonna see a lot of black and white people because black and white ideologies will get the most reaction from commenters or something, and they can easily build a cult following. Because if you're a gray area content creator, most of the people who's gonna listen to you are very intellectual human beings. They are the ones that probably won't comment a lot on your videos, the ones that are self-aware enough to believe that, hey, you're just someone on the internet, not really someone that I know fully. And that tends to have less reactions, which leads to less attention. That gray area is not bad. I think the internet has made it bad to have a gray area. Gray area is about open-mindedness, finding the balance. So thank you guys. I know this is a very chill video because I filmed this 3 times and it's 3:21 a.m. But I hope you guys have a great day and take care. Bye.